The changing landscape of the housing market in Las Vegas requires a real estate professional that understands how to get your offer accepted, willing to go above and beyond for service and accountability. Hi, my name is Dan French. I've been in the real estate and financing industry for over 13 years. Most real estate agents struggle with answering their phone. Please call me directly, 702-557-6176. I'm available for all your real estate needs.
Dan's a fantastic man. He really is.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Wow. 2023 is here. What is going on, everybody out there? Folks, YouTube. Dan French here. I'm back. I didn't know where I went, but I'm back.
I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm back.
So
we got
glad.
Trump in the house.
I'm so glad you're here.
Trump, baby. What's going on?
I'm telling you, it's Lunar New Year this week, and it's Year of the Rabbit. When rabbits mean multiplication of things, especially eggs.
Dude, what's up with eggs, right? We're going to talk about the egg situation. Dude, you better
not Easter eggs, right?
All I know is you're going to be doing Easter potatoes. It's cheaper to paint a potato than get an egg. Thank you, Biden. You gave us no eggs. What's next week?
Butter.
No soap?
You guys know what this channel is about. Really, it's everything Las Vegas, but we're going to kind of take a little bit of a change in direction this year. By the way, happy 2023. We haven't really been on the show here for a while. I had a lot of things going on, man. I had a lot of personal stuff, just things I'm going through with just work. Also, things like this opportunities that's come up that I might take on, right? So a lot of things, a lot of changes happening, but we're going to keep this continuous channel going on. By the way, if you guys are streaming with us right now, this is a new time, right? It says 5:30, but you know us, we start an hour late. So your 5:30 is our 6:30. So right, Doug?
We didn't get the fall back on the clock.
I think you guys did.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, you guys did the time change on me, and I didn't know. You put this on at 5:30. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Who put 5:30, right?
Right.
So you guys know we got Esmeralda in the house. Lucia, what's going on, Elo?
Hola, everybody. Happy New Year's. Glad to be back. Can't wait to share all kinds of goodies.
Dude, you got some goodies?
I got some goodies.
Damn. When a girl says they got some goodies, what does that mean?
That's always interesting.
Yeah, I'm always going to perk up and be like, wait a second.
Those are just the right words.
What do
Those
you
are the
mean
keywords.
by goodies? Like, let's
goodies.
get to the extent of what that's about.
It's a spectrum, right?
That's right. It's a spectrum, but it's podcast
Thank
of
you,
the
Doug.
mind. It's podcast of the mind. Whatever you want it to be, just imagine.
Yep.
That's right.
I'm going to tell you guys, we have a really interesting show tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about what's happening with real estate. As you guys know, I'm a real estate agent out there. So if you guys don't know, well, now you know, right? I mean, Dan French Connection. That's where you want to get started if you're looking to buy a house. That's me, with that hat.
The hat.
The hat. You know the hat. Today we're going to talk a lot about some topics that I have interest in. Speeding tickets going on, right? I don't know what Esmeralda wants to talk about with that. I think maybe she wants to talk about how she got her way out of a speeding ticket, right?
I can't drive 75.
Right?
That's right.
Also, Mr. Jeff
Sammy.
Michaelman.
Michaelman. I like how you spelled
We
it.
always
Michael
spell
Men.
it wrong. Michaelman.
Michaelmen with multiple. It's like 2.5 men. Boys to men. I don't know. Men, manly men.
Men at work.
Men at work.
There you go.
Men without hats.
Well, maybe
So
you
many
just
different things.
Maybe you just like the
Menopause.
fact that it's
Menopause.
men. What about just men?
It's just about men tonight, everybody.
Everybody's about men. And then
Yes.
also, you have a great impersonation of Mr. Trump himself, right?
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here tonight. I'm gonna stop this egg crisis. I'm gonna make sure eggs are laid everywhere all over the country. I promise everybody. I promise. And I will be president again very soon. Just wait for the announcement.
This better fix itself.
We're
If it
trying.
doesn't- Well, if it
It's
doesn't fix
crazy, isn't
itself,
it?
what do you think Easter's going to look like? Are we going to plastic eggs?
No, we're
Everybody's
going
plastic
to
eggs.
potatoes.
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 Yeah, colored potatoes. Yeah.
Has that ever happened in your guys' era where you had to do colored
Era?
potatoes?
What the hell?
Like, I mean,
My
back,
facelift isn't holding up very well tonight.
in World War II or World War I, whatever it was. You guys tell me. I mean, you let me know. Like, what's going on? Egg situation. Crisis is happening.
Never.
Well,
Never.
Well, maybe
In our time?
maybe back during the
The Civil War?
No, the Carter. The
The
Carter
Carter
thing.
administration was gas.
Gas and food, though,
and
right?
there was food, yes,
Yeah,
but
the
I don't
food
remember. I was
shortages.
like 10.
Yeah.
And my
That's
parents
about
made
what I
sure.
was,
I
yeah.
didn't know. As long as there was potato chips and,
Well-
and cheese puffs, I was happy.
Well, I know milk.
Delicious and cheese puffs.
I know milk was in short supply because we had
Milk
we
gives
had
me
powder-
problems. You
we
know, I'm
had
a little
powdered-
bit lactose intolerant.
Keep going.
But
Hey, I like hot
But that
chocolate.
powdered milk. Remember the powdered
Yes,
milk?
the powdered milk.
The powdered milk came
Yeah.
in and everybody was buying powdered milk.
Yes, and wasn't there powdered orange juice
Yes,
that the,
powdered
orange
the
juice,
astronauts drank?
Tang. And then there was powdered potatoes.
Oh, yeah,
Remember
that,
those?
I remember powdered mashed potatoes were
Yeah. So it was a little bit of a food
they were
crisis
good
back
with
then.
gravy. Everything was powdered.
Well, I got a question here. I got a question. Since Trump's going to save the day here, we got Trump
Yeah,
in office
yeah.
here. I got a couple of questions right now that I just want to get cleared
So
up.
happy, thank you.
So there's two things.
Yes.
Are the tax returns real? And what happened with Stormy Daniels?
Stormy
Oh,
Daniels.
good.
Yeah,
Good
we want to
question.
listen.
What?
We want to hear.
I don't even remember who that was. I plead the fifth.
Wow,
I plead
it
the
was
fifth
like
on
that,
everything
huh?
tonight. I'm going to tell you something. It doesn't matter. Everything is bigly and wonderful. I am staying in Mar-a-Lago most of the time, it's a most amazing winter break I'm having. Beautiful women, Melania's there. It's incredible. I don't even know who Stormy Daniels is. I never met her in my life.
Well, let me say this. So we're going to talk a lot about what's going on with George. What is his name? George Santos, right? He's the guy the Congress that got into Congress and he had a false
He's a
resume.
fugazi. He's a complete fugazi.
Yeah, you know about him,
Complete
right? Was he
fugazi,
part
yes.
of your
So we
crew?
want-
He is actually. I don't know him. I don't know him either. I don't know
They're
him.
putting you on the spot.
You're really
I'm
asking
just
me the
saying.
hard questions. You know, I plead the fifth again. I do not want to be impeached. I
Well,
don't.
we're going to talk
So
about
we're
George
pleading the
here.
fifth. Yeah, let's
Under
talk about him
fire.
tonight.
We're also going to talk about what's going on with the housing market hits a turning point. We'll see if that happens or if that really is something we see. And then we're going to talk with Doug here. We're going to finish the show off with lead-based paint and asbestos in house. Doug's going to talk about that. But first and foremost, the beautiful Elo. Elo, come on down. Elo, come to the
Elo's
stage.
here. Yes.
Coming to you live.
Come to the stage,
Coming to
Elo.
you guys live.
It's your turn. Anyways, let's talk. What's going on with your situation on speeding tickets? Who tried to give you a speeding ticket and you like wink wink?
What'd you do?
No, I got 2 tickets last year, and thank God I made the mark. So I wanted to actually talk about this topic because I thought it was something that was an eye opener to me. So I was informed that as of January 1st, that tickets are no longer going to be dropped to a parking ticket. So those of you that actually use your friends, attorneys, or ticket places and whatnot, that there's a new law that
I know lawyers that can fix all this for you. Even I don't believe any
Damn.
of this.
Okay, but listen, I'm
Okay,
just saying what I heard.
Sorry.
This is just something that I want to bring in awareness. They said that if you get a speeding ticket, you have to go to traffic school. If you get 3 speeding tickets,
Jail.
your license will be suspended. So I thought, hey, I want to bring this out. Hey, do your homework. Make sure that you don't get caught up.
I'll
with
buy
speeding
a
tickets.
nice big Chevy Tahoe and have a driver. If
You
that
know,
happens.
I'm gonna put that to the test. I think I'm
What
gonna
if he gets
speed.
3 tickets?
Yes.
You know what I
yes.
mean?
Okay, you guys,
Then
I got
I'm
2
screwed.
speeding. Okay, listen though, I got 2 speeding tickets, and I dropped it down to a parking ticket, and I paid almost over $300.
Oh yeah, you still got to pay the
that's-
ticket.
Yeah, you still got to pay the ticket.
So
That's
can
how
I-
it works.
I'm gonna ask
So
you.
I got 2. That's $600 on
yeah.
speeding tickets.
So I want to ask you a
pissed.
question. Did you learn on the first one, or you just didn't learn? Like, it's like I got that. I got a ticket, but how did you get a second
Speeding
one?
is not a crime.
Okay, so I was driving Southern Highlands, and I got a ticket there, and I wasn't even speeding that much. I was like 5, whatever. It wasn't. Well, anyways, it was around school zone, and they said I was speeding. I got a ticket, and then I got another ticket driving down Mountain's Edge by the park, and I didn't see a police.
It also says
That I was
15
driving
miles an
fast.
hour. It says 15 miles an hour. You didn't notice. Not 51 miles an hour. It was 15.
He gave me a small break, but still, that was $600.
How do you know he gave you a small break?
because I knew how fast I was driving, and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna help you out."
Do you ever feel like you're really trying to like flirt with a cop or somebody like that? And you're like, listen, as you're a woman, you're like, okay, look, man, I'm gonna try to play it up, and maybe I'll get a discount, right? Like you said, or maybe you're gonna see a number come across that ticket, right? And just be like, hey, here's your bill, but here's my number. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you call that number, that bill might just disappear, right? So, I mean, do you ever think like that as a woman?
Okay, so I did get one ticket removed last year by the post office. He did hook me up.
See
And he
what
did
I'm
give me
saying?
his number,
Of
but I didn't
course
call
you
him.
did. There you go.
But I
He did
didn't
give
call
you his
him.
number.
You called him
Yeah,
for
he
the
did give me-
ticket. You called him for the ticket. Admit it.
Dude,
Come
listen,
on.
I'm gonna tell you
No,
something.
he just said call me.
He said, call me.
Whenever you need
It was
anything.
Blondie.
But, so he took care of my, he took care of my ticket.
You ever see that?
I didn't get a ticket. I never
course you
saw him
did.
again, though.
And how was that dinner at Harlow?
It was really nice. No, I'm just kidding. It was really nice.
you
It
went-
was
so you
really
went to-
flattering.
It was, wasn't it?
They saved me $300.
And you didn't even have to eat steak. It was a cheap date. You should only eat vegetables.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, man.
Cauliflower
The
it
women in
was.
this world, if you're a
Brussels
woman,
sprout.
dude, if you're a woman, look, if you're at like Wet Republic, you're working down there at the, dude, you're killing it, bro. Like, listen, man. I'm working. I'm out. I'm getting that new Benz. I'm doing. You know what I mean? And it's
Right.
like you can't say a guy does that. Like if you're a guy,
That's right.
I got
I've seen-
friends, right, that are on the strip. They do bartending. Dude, they don't make that money.
No.
They're just not making that cheddar.
Because they don't have a
And so-
vagina.
and you're sitting there thinking like, damn, so they get out of the business. Those ladies that do that stuff, they never leave. They make so much damn money.
Yeah.
dude. It's crazy.
You ever see what they look like at 55?
No, how?
I trade them. I don't do that because I trade them in after they're 35.
Yeah,
so
straight
I
up.
never get to that point.
Straight up.
Dang.
It's like a car.
You keep that old Oldsmobile with you? I mean, I don't.
Dang.
I trade that thing in for a new Tesla. I mean, I don't know what you do, but
That's what I do. Yeah. As a matter of fact, that's exactly how I do. Melania, it's almost done. It's time for a new fresh model. I see it coming soon. Soon.
That's
I
why.
guess he feels the same way
Soon.
about you. Oh, you're getting too old.
Yeah,
I
I'm
need
sure
a
they
young,
do. Look,
I need a
Hey,
young,
but you know
a
what? You
young
know what the
hug.
difference is? You know what the difference is that men age like fine
Yes.
wine. Women don't, because women, they always have that complex and it shows in their face. That's what I feel. What do
Yeah.
you think, Esmeralda?
Oh my
Just like-
goodness.
Well, since Botox is around now
Yes.
and all these other things, like I think that you can still maintain your youth.
You know, us men, we
No,
just.
no, so-
I can't even say it. Let's keep going. I
Anyways.
just thought of something. This is
I
a
think-
rated
Let's
G
get on some
show.
real topics here. Let's
This
get
is
on
a
some-
rated G show. Let's get off
Dan's
this
gonna
topic.
get in trouble when
Let's
he
get
gets.
us some real
Yeah, I don't want
topics
the
here.
FCC coming after us.
All right, listen, let's get to this. All right, so we're all on the screen here. This is our new view. So you
I
out
like
there,
it. It's
you
like
people out
Hollywood
there?
Squares.
Dude, like you could see, like we could look at each other, like you look
Yeah.
down, like remember like
Oh,
the
yeah, like the
A
Brady
Brady
Bunch.
Brady Bunch. Like you look over here, I could look at Ez, I could look over
Yeah,
here, everybody
yeah.
sees. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
It's I like
let's
it.
talk about George Santos, right?
Oh.
And let's talk about what is happening with that situation. And the reason why this is important is I think a lot of people really put false information on their resume when they're trying to get a job.
Right.
Right. And so if you're putting false information and you get hired, do you think the employer is really going to take it to that next level and say, you know what? You're not going to work here. Now, on a Congress level, that's going to be highly scrutinized.
Absolutely.
But on a level like you going out and getting just a typical job, and what I mean typical is that $50,000 to $80,000, $100,000 job. Is that going to be scrutinized the same as what you see in Congress? Because I think you're holding a standard, right?
Well, thanks to this guy, I think the standard's going to change everywhere because he was so stupid, in my opinion.
Why do
Just
you
my
say he's
opinion.
stupid?
Well,
Because he lied. Everything is a lie.
well, I think, and more so that they've haven't figured out what the difference between the truth and a lie is, and I think that's what's going on with our society today. Is like our politicians don't know the difference between a truth and a lie, and a lie can be a lie, a truth can be a truth, and then you get this small little thing, small little bit of truth in there, but the rest of it's a lie. Then you don't know what to believe.
That's true, but here's what I believe. It's all theater. This is all for television. It's just scripted and it's planned.
I think so.
Do you?
Yeah,
Yep.
I
You really
actually,
think that?
Really,
I-
in my
I
regular, in the Jeff voice, yes, I actually think that we're being punked right now.
Do you, let me say your opinion on this. Do you think that's a
I
bad
agree
thing
with
to
you.
do, though? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you judge people? like if you wanted to get that job, that golden job, right? You didn't go to college, you didn't graduate high school, you got your GED, right? You dropped out, whatever.
Right.
And you want to feel right. You want to feel like you're on the same level playing field.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Now you are discrediting people that went to college.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people now that self-educate themselves online. They got options now that they didn't have before to get educated. Do you feel that that's something that's going to become or it is a problem, and you think it's wrong for him or somebody in that position to do that?
Absolutely.
You do.
It's all wrong. The
Why?
other thing,
Yep.
because you're lying, just tell the truth. If you don't have the education, we're going to get to a point now that education is going to be secondary, and you're going to be getting jobs on your merit. I read an article, I think it was in the New York Post. I think I read this. I read this last week. It's not going to matter what your education is what you're capable of doing. So if he was capable, I don't have a problem with him having no education. Why lie about it? If you're capable of doing the job, why does it matter?
Well, because I think a lot of people judge people based on what their qualifications are. And if you want to argue about that, I could tell you that I don't even know if our own president and people in power have a long history of that. Like where you could say, look, I'm not going to sit here and throw stones, but I'm just saying, when I look at somebody that's leading men and women or leading a country, what have you led that you could show that you've led somebody to the promised land? Like a lot of times that's why
I did it all. I built big buildings. I've done it all. I am a captain of industry. My name is on buildings everywhere in the world. I have led everywhere.
You know what? I have a problem with that. And because this is...
Did I lead?
No.
Okay, sorry.
What Dan
Sorry,
said, the reason
you
I
know.
have a problem with him lying about it is not that you're not educated, is that you are supposed to be... It's like you're the representative of our country.
Exactly.
And if we can't trust you on something minimal about you just saying the truth about your background, then that's a problem. What else are you lying about that we're not aware of? And why should we believe you if you're already lying about something so simple? Then you're probably going to, exaggerate other things and lie
Let
about
me
other
ask you a
things.
question, Mr. Everyman. Do you want your boss to be a liar?
Well, hey, it's like the old saying, shit rolls downhill. So if it's shit at the top, it's going to be shit at the
rolls
bottom.
down.
You're right. That's so true. Truth.
Yeah, because I mean, if just the menial stuff that you're applying for, you're getting your resume in there for, versus going for a job interview for, like you said, leading, being a leader, whatever.
Well, think about it. So you look at our past history of things, and a lot of times who was elected? People that were generals in the war, right? In our military.
Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Right. Those people were looked at like,
George Bush Sr.
Was he?
He was, yes. Yes, go look. Not W, the dad.
The dad.
The dad.
See, I mean, it's like this though. Like you look at like your resume, and let's go back to the Santos thing. Does it really matter in this world? It seems like people are just very forgiving. They don't really... They're not looking at it like you could do something crazy.
2-second memories.
I'm afraid our next president will be a TikTok star.
You think so?
I'm afraid of that. That we'll see that in our time.
I think it'll be a celebrity.
It's going to be it was Trump. It was myself already. I'm a big celebrity. but if you really
Another
look
celebrity.
at it, you got to start to wonder the way the dumbing down of life.
Absolutely.
Look at everything. I can see somebody from TikTok becoming a
I
president.
think Kanye West would be
it's
next.
it's like that Ukrainian, the president of Ukraine. He
Stand-up comic.
He stand-up comic, and he played a president in his movie role.
Right.
So they made him the president of Ukraine now.
So I guess The Rock, who plays a president, I think on some show. Am I right?
So maybe he'll be president.
He'll be
someday.
president next.
Yeah,
The Rock?
Yeah.
The Rock.
Dude, I could see The Rock doing it. You know what I mean?
I think
I would vote
Mike
for him.
Tyson for
He's hot.
president. Everybody.
Wait, what was his thing? Like, what's The Rock cooking or something like that? Or what's the smell of The Rock?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you
He's
smell
hot.
the
I would vote for him. He got my vote. Esmeralda.
Hey, listen, I like him as a person, but you don't think he looks like a pinhead?
No, I think something about him is like he has a lot of charisma. Like he'll be safe
I'm not
with him.
discrediting him as personality. I'm just saying, like, look, he's in great shape, right?
Yeah.
There's something out there too. People said that he was doing some stuff, but we're not going to get into that.
So with my dad bod, I can't be president. I don't understand.
right?
It's all the way you look.
It's all about looks. It's all superficial now.
So here's my question.
Get me my Botox.
Here's my question, you guys, and I want your honest opinion about this. Have you ever, and I'm going to go across here, have you ever cheated on a resume and filled out information wrong to get that job?
I haven't. No.
You've never done that.
No, never done it.
You've never done that.
No.
No, I never cheated on my
No,
resume.
I've never needed to.
There's
no reason.
there's something about, like, I don't know. My integrity is really important to me. I don't like to lie about things like that. I
all
just
you
don't.
got?
I might not have what you're looking for, but I'd rather be transparent and honest about it. You know ahead. I don't want you to have a surprise later
Yeah.
and then fire
So-
me
so let me
of
ask you-
something that I could have prevented.
So let me ask you a question then. So you put this information in, and let's say you said, hey, you know what? I don't really know the time frames about when I started my job, but I think it's this. Technically, if you don't do the research and do details, you're kind of lying about that part. I know it's
I don't put
you
the
wouldn't say
day,
it.
but I put the month and the year.
I can
I'm
actually
accurate.
put it all in because if you don't jump to too many jobs, you're able to do it. It all depends. I've never myself. There's no reason to do it. You are who you are, and you have to believe in yourself when you're doing a job. And if you believe in yourself, you will get that job and you will move ahead.
What about you, Doug?
Right. No, never have.
You never have?
Nope.
Have you guys ever cheated on a test?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Okay.
Honestly, I did French class, 9th grade, and I got caught. And my mother was called, and I got in big trouble.
See what I'm saying? So let me ask you a question about that. You wouldn't cheat on a resume, but you would cheat on a test to pass a test. Do you think there's a difference?
I was 14 years old. Come on.
Yeah, I
Puberty was happening. There
I
was
was
a
in
hot
junior
girl
high.
in
I got
front of me.
caught. We got caught, like 10 of us passing
10
around.
of you?
Yeah, it was 10 of us passing around the.
It's like a class action lawsuit over here. It's like, what the hell's going on?
That's like round them up and
Yeah.
haul them off.
Hey, if somebody decides to give me the answers to the test, like, you know,
Yeah.
God, I don't think I ever.
Here's the thing, though. So I feel it's
French.
on the same line of that. Like, if you're going to cheat on your resume, you cheated on a test or you cheated something in life.
Did you cut out a class? Did you cut class?
I've done that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
have
Absolutely.
I.
I've done that.
So
Listen.
have I. So we're
And-
not perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Well, and that's what I'm saying is that,
but
is it a different, does it hold different weight?
Yes.
Because it's Santos, right?
yeah,
He's in
he's held
Congress.
to a higher level.
Right.
They're running our country. They're making decisions about eggs maybe being released again to people.
Absolutely, yeah. 16% increase on the
I mean,
inflation.
come on,
right?
come on. Cars are $100,000 now just for a Chevy Impala.
Yeah.
What do you
Right. Yeah.
What do you think, Doug? You think that that's a situation with Santos that
I think you have to hold them to. If you want to serve the public, you have to be held to a higher standard. No doubt, with no exceptions, because the only thing that will bring the country up is the integrity or the morals that you have.
You know, I'm going to say one thing about this. You look like the Riddler right now with that shirt on. I was sitting here thinking, like, dude, she looks like the Riddler, right? I mean, that's kind of like that whole, like, if you wanted to be the woman Riddler, she could be the woman Riddler today.
Riddle me this, Elo. Eggs plus potatoes equals Easter.
That's pretty unique. I like that
Now,
outfit.
are those boiled potatoes or those mashed potatoes?
Those are the
or
big, what are they called? Spuds.
spuds. Yeah.
Spud potatoes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we're going to keep moving here. I want to talk a little bit about what's
Baked, it would
going
be
on.
baked,
Baked,
definitely.
okay.
So everybody has an opinion on the housing market, right? And everybody's always about, what's it doing? I'll tell you the truth, man. Sometimes I get sick of people talking to me about the housing market. Like, what do you think it's going to do? Like, what are you going to I don't care. I don't know. Buy a house.
Yeah.
You need a house, go buy a house. Look, I think it comes down to where's the direction of this housing market headed, right?
Yep.
Is it going to tank? And are we going to just sit on the sidelines and be like, well, 2024, we're going to drop another 60,000. And guess what? We're going to get that deal. Look it, man. I get it. Like, everybody's timing this thing, dude. But it's just getting to a point where you're just kind of like,
Micromanaging it, maybe.
Well, look, so the home buyer sentiment came out, and it's better than expected. It seems like home affordability is better, right? Because home affordability's
Homophobia.
right, exactly,
Homo
exactly.
something.
Rates have gotten better,
I
right?
don't know.
Right? Rates have gotten better. So my question is this, man: is everybody wants to know across the country and what's going on? Like, what do you think about what's happening? Are you witnessing people that are scared, or they think that everybody's an economist now and they're going to wait on the sidelines and rates are going to come down? Like, nobody knows. Nobody knows this shit, right? I don't get it, man. Well,
Yeah.
I just, to me, it's kind of like, dude, I have so many people that I'm taking out, hawking up the game, whatever. And it's like, I tell you, man, it's like they don't know what they want. Nobody knows what they want. They think they want a Tesla, like I said, and now they're going after a Lambo, right? And then they're going after a
Toyota Scion.
Yeah, a Toyota Scion. Like, it's just,
Right.
and then like, hey, if I get the Scion, I could put some rims on it. That thing's gonna look sick, right? It's like, what do you guys want? Rate's gonna come down.
A dozen eggs.
Right, a dozen eggs, right?
And a half a pound of butter.
Yes, please. Orange juice.
Right? I mean, and that's the thing,
And
dude.
some powdered milk.
Powdered milk, dude. I went
Sausage and egg McMuffin meal, $7.99. What the hell was that?
to really $7.99.
$7.99 with the tax. Yeah.
So
I almost fell over.
Wow.
So Jeff and I went to a global committee today at GLVR, and some of the points that they mentioned, which was Steve Hawks was one of the speakers today, and
Platinum Real Estate.
Platinum Real Estate, and I thought it was really interesting what he said. And this is just my opinion, not statistically, but he mentioned something that really piqued my interest, and he talked about China and how
China.
Yeah, and how most of those investors or just the middle class was investing in other countries, and
Right.
United States was one of them. And he said that overall, there was going to be a 25% increase in real estate because of materials and whatnot. And Jeff, you can jump in at any time to correct me in anything I miss. So to me,
You're doing very good.
So to me, that shows that buying real estate is still a good idea overall. Because if you have other countries investing in the United
Right,
States,
which
then
means
yeah,
it's not going to go down. When the other countries are investing, it's not going to go down. Nobody expects real estate to go down much more.
Well, I'm
We are
going
in
to say this.
inflation. We are in inflation now. You think about it. I'm joking about the Egg McMuffin, what the
Yeah.
price was. So why is the house? If the Egg McMuffin keeps going like this, why is the housing market going to crash? It's not 2008. Everybody, the loans are secure. People have equity. It's not, people are not walking away from their homes anymore.
Well, but here's the problem. So you have do you have an opinion on this, Doug? You have anything to say about it?
No, go ahead.
So look, man, I'm just gonna say this. So I don't know Steve. I think he's a great guy. Everything. I'm not saying anything negative about anything, but everybody has a bias about why. Look, you're a real estate agent. I'm not saying you're painting the picture that the market's not going to be good. It doesn't really matter about if they're investing or not. We know Vegas is a destination spot, right? We know this. Right. This is not like a shot. What it comes down to though is confidence. Consumer confidence,
Right.
battled
Exactly.
with inflation.
Okay,
If you combine those, right, that's the challenge. It's about, am I getting into a housing market at the right time? And I think that's the problem. It's not really about, well, there's investors. Yeah, we get it. We know people want to come here and put their money here. Who wouldn't? It's Vegas. You have all these things. I think it's more about, great, on a big scale, yeah, investors will come in and do that. On a mom and pop, smaller scale, I don't think I'm going to do that.
People still need houses. They need a place to live.
Yeah.
But right now, if you look at most of the title companies, there's a lot of cash deals going on. So if people are putting their cash in, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
in commercial it's still
it's a very
it's still
strong sector.
lucrative and it's still strong.
So for me, I look at it like, yeah, dude, there's opportunity. But I also look at my clients. I look at people that, if they want to buy, like even if you have cash, there's cash buyers coming in saying, I want to get 40,000, 50,000 less. Okay. Doesn't mean that they don't have the money. It means the psychological position that these investors and people are in they're getting a deal. Pennies on the dollar. Everything's on sale. That's not really what's happening, though.
No, and the problem
That's
with
the problem.
The problem with Las Vegas market, no matter how you slice it, we are a one-trick pony. You have the Strip as your main industry, and how many people working on the Strip cannot afford a home right now because of the interest rates and the prices?
Everybody. I mean, there's a lot of people. Even if they could, give me a reason, like, other than if you have to buy, right? But it's all news, right? If you're looking and you're following what everybody's doing, look, you can be a leader, a follower, whatever. Leaders typically are ones that have options. There's a lot of people that don't have options. It's like, this is the biggest investment, right? So it's all great news. And it's like, yeah, rates are getting better. And yes, the market's starting to soften here and things are starting to get better. And I'm not saying, look, I want the market to go hot, right? Because then guess what? My pockets fill up, right? It's just, I think it's hard because you're trying to navigate through emotions with people.
Right.
And they're not overcoming that. This is not like, Dan, you make perfect sense, which I do, I think, but still doesn't move the needle because they're still thinking, I'm the one making that payment. eggs are whatever.
Right.
McDonald's, all this other crap that's going on, right? I mean, so
Right.
that's the issue.
And the news, if you watch the news, you don't know what to think because, our own local channels are talking doomsday every day that,
I know.
that we're dropping, the rents are everything's dropping.
Well, I
So-
think that the time
I
to buy
quit
a home
watching
is
the
when you
news.
are financially stable, and we've discussed this on many levels. And your timing is when you're secure, you have the income, you have the stability. That's when is really your time. It's irrelevant, I think, when the market does whatever it does because it changes all the time.
I just did an inspection for a lady and her husband, and they got a brand new baby, and they have another one that's like 2 years old, and they just bought a nice little house in Henderson, and very nice first home. But I mean, they were able to do it. They were able to get into the house,
Right.
buy the house, and that's where they're gonna start their,
Well, listen, man, we talk a lot about housing markets, and I have confidence. I have confidence in people. I have confidence in where we're at in this market. I have confidence in the way it's going. Psychologically, though, people don't have confidence, and you can't change that. And I think there's a timing period. There's still people buying. I'm not saying that nobody's not buying. I'm just saying with what we saw in our past and where we were at, we're nowhere near that. We still have a shortage of, I think it's like 1.5 million families that are looking for, or at least people that are shortage of homes across the country. So it tells you that people are still buying. They're just not buying at that pace. Now, I don't know. I mean, what do you think 2023 is going to really look like here? Is this going to be a year of continuous decline? Is it going to be a small decline? Is it going to be same thing we saw last year? Because rates, like, what are your guys' thoughts?
I think you can make it whatever you want, to be honest with you. And the reason I'm saying I'm not just pie in the sky thing. I think you can make it whatever you want because in every economy, you can be, you can live in a socialist, communist, or capitalist world, and you can still make it in any three of those economies. So I think you really have to know where you're at, know who you are, know what you can do, and move forward on it. Because everything that's happening right now is manufactured. Everything they've cut the oil, they've cut the oil out. They've burned down all the food processing plants. Everything is manufactured. They got all our ships, all our supplies sitting off the coast in China.
Yeah.
It's all manufactured. So put it in your head what you want to do, where you want to go, where you want to be, and figure out how to get there. And get the fear out of the way.
Get the fear out of the way. I don't know. To me, so like you guys look at this situation. We're gonna keep moving here in a second, but you guys are entitled.
Correct.
All right. We've seen
Yes.
a huge mass exodus of people in our industries, and I
Yes.
said this was gonna happen
Yep.
last year, right?
Yes.
Continue to happen this year. And it's not doom and gloom. This is reality. Like I saw this happening. I saw the turning point, right? The tipping point. Malcolm Gladwell.
It went from, it happened in like 2 weeks.
Right. But it did. I mean, well, it happened very short
Yeah.
window of time. So
Yes.
the issues are, can you sustain this living, right? And can you sustain the storm? And I think that's what everybody's trying to do as a realtor, lender, title rep. You guys see it in your end. Are you seeing the same storm of people leaving the industry altogether, right?
Yeah, it's it's been a tough 2 months with people. There's been layoffs, but you know what? The strong will survive. The people that have been in the industry and know what they're doing will still be here. It happened in 2008. It's happened. This is different than '08, but it happened then. And right now we're having a rough bump, but it will bounce back. And no, it'll get out the people that shouldn't be in the business because you know what? It's a job.
It did
It's
it last
work.
time.
It's a career. It did.
It did.
Exactly.
It wiped out people.
That shouldn't have been in the business.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
I hate to say it. Some people, I feel bad, have lost their jobs. Good people right now, but it will bounce back. Look, it's a tough period, but it's all a cycle. It will come back up.
One part of this is, do you guys think inflation, the big elephant in the room, is really one of the biggest culprits of why people are not pulling triggers, even with higher rates? We know rates are one of them. Costs a higher living with homes
I
higher.
think it's totally the rates.
You think it's just the rates?
I think if we were at 5.5% today, you'd see the market moving. Not the craziness, but we'd go back to a regular market, 2014, 15, 16.
Really? So you think that maybe 3/4 of a point
Yeah, it would make a difference.
Doug?
Yeah, they're raising the rates to kill the economy,
Right.
and to raise the unemployment. So that's their main goal, is to get everybody unemployed so they say that they can drop.
Dude, there's a lot of people in this industry trying to pivot. They're not completely getting out of real estate, but I know what they're doing. They're trying to get some type of solar.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah, man, and I'm on it too. I'm on 10 to 2, selling that solar. I'm going to people and then I'm selling housing. You know what I mean? And then what else am I going to do? I think I'm going to be selling some
cars.
I'm going to bootleg. No, I'm just playing.
I'm going to sell sausage and egg McMuffins on the corner of Windmill and Gibson.
What about you, Ez? What do you think, Ez? I mean,
I think that right now, if it doesn't matter what industry, I think pivot is always going to be key, right? You have to do what you have to do to make sure that you can be good. And I think that when your mindset, you have to be open more than anything. We can
open how?
Open-minded. Like you got to be open-minded. Like, hey, if I got to pivot, I got to learn something different, or I need to go back to basics, or then you need to be flexible. That's how I kind of like, that's my word. You got to be flexible in what you do, and flexible to learn things. Or you might have to work longer hours, or work more, or prospect more, or whatever that looks like, or leave that industry and do something else, but also keep both, right? So you got to pivot. You just have to.
My thing is that time's money. You got to maximize your time.
Absolutely.
Right? Is maximizing your time today actually calling people that don't want to buy? And I mean that by you have 100
question.
You're planting seeds.
Well, but you have 100 people, unless they're going to come at you. Like if you look at me at this podcast and you're like, you know what, I'm going to call Dan directly at Dan French Connection at my phone number of 702-557-6176. If you call me and you want representation, that's the easiest transition of getting somebody to work with you. To go and get these leads or these farm lists and all this other crap, I'm not saying it doesn't work. In a market, a good market, it works. And title reps, if you have nothing else, it works. I want to take out all that middle part though. I don't want to, like my time, I'd rather go do something that's going to make me money today and dabble into something that I've already been doing and still try to make that work. That might be weird to people. I don't know. I mean, you guys might think I'm completely different, but you got to maximize your time. You got to work smarter, not harder, right? And I think for me, I used to be that guy. Yeah. I was the guy like dialing for dollars, man. Like, here's 1,000 people. Go ahead and go get it. And you're just sitting there at the end of the day like, damn, I had 2 people I talked to. They kicked me in the throat. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't really receptive. Versus somebody that's like, you know what, man? I watch Dan or I watch you guys every single week. I like this guy. You know, I think I could vibe with this guy. I think I can work with this guy. And I think that's where it's headed. You have to have a presence, social media, but you also have to be likable, right? And you have to be able to help people and be understanding. It's a little challenging, more of a market here today too, because I have more people looking at homes. There's like one couple I think I've saw over 30 homes.
I've heard the 100 home story too.
Dude, have you? I have.
Yeah.
You go back in the day, it's like, dude, you're slamming somebody. Like, you better buy this home. Yeah. It's off the market.
That's because Vegas from the 90s through the mid 2000s, let's say, you know, the O's, whatever you want to call it. People were buying houses like they changed their underwear.
Yeah.
They would just keep, a new community just opened. I need to have that house. I'm selling that house. Another community opened.
I used to call those disposable houses.
Yes. That went on.
I would go and do the 11-month warranty inspection on them. Go in there. They looked like they were 20 years old. They were trashed and they were ready to move on. They didn't do anything to maintain their house, and they didn't care. Exactly.
Yeah, it was the craziest thing.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to keep moving. So we all agree that the housing market's never coming back. Everybody needs to get new jobs. Matter of fact, I'm out of here.
Stop it. I'm building
Do I got to keep doing the show?
I'm building a huge tower.
I disagree. I think the market's coming back.
The market is back. 2023, it's all happening, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it will.
You think it's coming back?
Second quarter.
Well, I'll say this. We had
the comeback kid.
So we had a meeting with a group. We're not going to say the name or anything, but based on what her numbers were, they had 20 escrows that closed.
When was this?
In December.
In December,
they still.
And you know what she
said?
said?
Top agents. You see, the strong will survive.
No, I agree with that. 100%.
But listen what she said though. That was key, right? She said, we're meeting once a week. She says, and we're dialing for dollars for 7-8 hours, and we celebrate every time there's a meeting, whether it's a coffee appointment. And she's like, but that's how we're getting our leads right now. We had to go back to basics. So that's the part where I say you have to pivot. Sometimes it's not going to be easy. Like, the last 2 years were easy for us because everybody wanted a home, and that synergy was already there. What's happening now is we're going back to what before the 2 year pre-COVID and all that. Yeah. And so those were some of the things that people were doing. Now, the thing is that there's social media. There's other ways to pivot that. You don't have to dial for dollars. There's other ways of doing it. But data and farming will always be key because you need to know what's happening. And in order to do that, you will always need data. That's what helps you navigate. That's me. Sorry.
I agree with you.
It is what it is. You're always going to need
Let me
data.
get that. I got to get a cheer out for this one. That was good, actually, Esmeralda. You know, you stopped me from talking, so that was actually a good thing.
I like to speak facts. I've been doing it for a long time.
All right, so
It's the art of the deal.
That's right. We're gonna move over to Doug or not over here. We're gonna talk to real quick lead-based paint and asbestos. Let's talk to Doug. What's going on with that, buddy?
Oh, I just wanted to make mention of that. I get a lot of questions about does a house have lead-based paint? Since now
I have a twitch from a house that has lead-based paint. No.
Yeah. At least you don't have a third nose on your
a third
face.
nose or
yeah, right.
Yes.
So yeah, I get a lot of questions, and there's a lot of older homes being bought right now, and a lot of them have the textured ceiling, the acoustical ceiling, and then so just as a matter of fact, there's two ways to remedy asbestos and lead-based paint. The one you can
right,
and one you can paint as long as you paint over the top of asbestos and don't cut into the ceiling, whatever, you're fine. If you want to get rid of it, it's a remediation process, and it is a little bit spendy. Last time I heard, it was about $2,000 for a 1,500 square foot house.
$2,000 for no cancer. I think it's worth it.
Yeah, you never know. And then lead-based paint, as long as you're painted over the top with a latex paint, over the lead-based paint, then you're protecting the lead from coming through. So, and then the other interesting thing is between 1960 and 1978, there was only 40% of the homes that actually did have lead-based paint. So not every one of them had lead-based paint, but in some areas they did, I guess. So we're buying that shit from China.
Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing?
Right.
Lead-based paint? No, that was
how many houses?
That was cheap. It was cheap to. So I guess we.
So is it not good? Is it not protective? Like, is it
lead-based paint?
Yeah.
Oh no,
because we bought it from China.
No,
Like,
lead-based paint. Okay, so lead-based paint. It's they say it can cause health issues, just like asbestos.
You know what it does is it puts more lead in your pencil.
Well,
that's it.
No, it does cause cancer, right?
Yes, it does cause cancer. It's not a Viagra. It's a cancer.
So interesting fact.
You guys are so bad.
There used to be.
We're so good.
There used to be in women's lipstick. In women's lipstick, there used to be lead in the lipstick, right? And it actually back in the 40s, 30s, 40s, whatever. And these women were wearing the lipstick, and their faces, their lips would be like looking like monsters and all this, and the reptiles or whatever.
Joan Crawford.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
What?
But yeah, they licked the.
They would lick a man. No.
They would lick a mint.
Oh, hold on. A mint. I said a mint, right?
So yeah.
I thought he said like something. Never mind.
I
realize this is a
I thought it was a man's show. That's why he was doing that. I thought it was going.
The FCC is calling. Hold on. Hello, FCC. Hi. I'm so sorry. I'll leave now.
Don't listen to anything we said.
They're calling in.
Yeah. But
So let's talk about that lead.
Oh, okay, lead in your
In his pencil.
yeah. So anyway, it's people want to know how to get rid of it, and really the only way to do it is to actually take the drywall out it's actually painted over the top of, or
So
paint over the top of it and leave it alone.
You know, it's so much easier to take a match to the whole house, burn it up, and call the insurance company.
There you
Did
go.
I just say that?
Get a new bill.
Wrong.
Yeah, no.
So what year is that, Doug?
1960. Okay, so they outlawed the lead in 1977. The asbestos was in, I believe, 1978. Asbestos, the acoustical ceilings, they were allowed to keep using that until they ran out. They depleted their supplies.
You know what really happened there? Carter. It was during the Carter administration
Right.
where everything was a disaster. So they made up this story. It's not even true. No.
I really believe that. I'm like, wait, what happened?
You like this? You're looking at me like,
I was taking notes real quick. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know what's crazy so if you have like a 1980s house, you got that popcorn ceiling.
Yeah.
Is that you still would have a
Retro.
possibly asbestos, right?
Oh yeah. Till about I've heard of it up until about 1988, 1989. I heard about it.
What about lead in your pencil? Do you still get that? I just say.
Viagra.
What year did that stop?
Yeah.
Or is it still on?
Viagra ceilings in every home. Oh, thank God for that.
Ticker's still ticking like it should.
Yes.
Doug or not's an extremely well-rounded home inspector. So if you guys are out there
Yes.
looking for knowledge, you're looking for more lead in your pencil if you're a guy out there, give Doug a call. He'll help you out, right, Doug?
He did an incredible job at the home buyer seminar.
Yes, he
on
did.
Saturday.
Thank you so much for
appreciate
that.
it.
You're
No,
welcome.
seriously.
Yeah.
He did incredible. So call him. He does know what he's doing. I know we're joking around. and
No, he
saying all
does.
these things.
Yeah.
He knows
Top
his
notch.
stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, he knows
Thank
his
you.
stuff.
Dude, I don't even make a decision on my own house paying my bills unless I call Doug. Doug, you think this is a good deal? Like, Doug, should I make this payment?
And
Yes.
you call
He's
him.
my financial
Should I
planner.
use Viagra or not,
Yeah.
Doug? What do you think?
Right.
He's my shrink. He's my financial planner. You know what I mean?
I
He's
like that.
he's everything. You know?
Yeah, investment portfolio. Don't
Yeah.
forget about that.
Dude, he's talking. You know, oil.
Stock
If it's
tip.
oil stocks,
Yeah,
I'm in,
oil,
dude.
yeah.
Let me know, Doug.
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
All right, let's keep
we're
moving.
working on short selling right now.
All right, sure. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about Jeff,
What?
Michael Min.
Jeff Michaelman, yes. Good
with
afternoon, everybody.
the Min, and we're going to talk to you a little bit. So let's talk a little bit about you and also Esmeralda, but let's get your history
Let's-
because
my
we
history
know
is-
Doug. Yeah, so talk a little bit about your title company, right?
So let's talk about the new Old Republic title. We are located on Fort Apache, right off the 215 in Tropicana, right there. We have some great escrow officers. We are both the marketing department here. I work for Esmeralda actually. Without her, I don't know how I would have my job right now. In all seriousness, what we are doing is helping realtors come up with plans to get buyers in the door, to get listings going. We have different OR Pro Farm, OR Touch. We have even many different farming ways. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
No, I just go keep going.
Should I keep going? Did I?
So,
did
yeah,
I
so-
booger on the? What did I do?
Brett called into the show and he's saying that he has a crush on somebody here that's one of the guys, but he's not going to say who it is. So he said something about that. So Brett sent something. I'm just playing. Go ahead. What were you saying?
You know what? I don't. Now that we're playing the gay dating game, ladies and gentlemen, going to have your host, Dick Kazinya.
Musical chairs.
My name is Al DePancio. Good evening, everybody.
Oh my gosh, man.
The FCC.
This show's this is off the
What did
hinges
you
right
do?
now.
It's off. This is.
So
I was going to my whole shtick.
Go ahead.
We go back.
I'm sorry. It wasn't about me, but I couldn't help,
my
man. I was just
God.
like, I can't believe that just happened.
Oh my God.
Like, I can't believe it. He sent something in what is it? FCC, you said?
FCC.
Where they're
FCC.
definitely going to bar me.
So we are no longer. We'll be back next week. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Keep going. So your
So
title.
I'm doing the whole title shtick here. Old
ahead.
Republic's been around for 115 years. We are a national company. We underwrite. We underwrite our own title. We have the best title underwriters right in our office here in Las Vegas. We have great salespeople, but the number one sales right now, Esmeralda Licea,
Dude, right there. The Riddler.
right there, the Riddler.
Dude.
She's not the
top
Riddler.
producer, numero uno.
Yes, numero uno.
Elo.
She knows what's
No,
going to happen.
Yes.
She knows what's
She's got real hair.
Yeah, she
I
knows
got
what's
real
going to
hair.
happen.
But this is real, man.
Tonight, because it's real hair, we will clip off one little clipping, and we will be doing an auction coming up 5 minutes before the end of the show. But in all seriousness, no, we have great escrow officers. We just hired a new escrow officer today, Beth Hogue. We have.
I heard of her.
Yep, she's coming now. We are a multicultural office. We have Tagalog, we have Spanish, we have Chinese, Japanese language.
I thought it was Talatag.
Tagalog.
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 Man, I was way
Tagalog.
off.
Tally tag.
Talatag.
Tagalog.
I used to say Filipino.
Damn.
You know,
I was wrong.
No, Tagalog. We have an amazing office of people. We are located on Trop and Fort Apache. We have another office out at Lake Mead in Tenaya. We're also out over the hump in Pahrump.
Yep.
We have an office. And Pahrump is another frontier that's happening now. Houses are in the three. Who
You
would have
know
thought?
what? You know what I think Pahrump is going to be?
What, the next-
Pahrump is going to be
the next Henderson.
Las Vegas,
Yes.
and then Sandy Valley is going to be the next Pahrump.
Okay, there you go. Because
Yeah.
I remember doing.
I agree.
Do you ever do any double wides in Sandy Valley?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I used to do
I do.
that. I used
No.
to do convert
I've
to
done-
real property.
Are you talking about women or homes?
Oh, both.
Oh, wow.
Double wide.
Oh, Dios mío.
Oh my goodness. We are going to hell tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is the FCC trouble show. What happened?
Another thing about Old Republic, we also have a big spectrum in the commercial division.
Yes.
We have
Thank you.
a big division. Everything we have locally. So if you are investing or you have clients that are in commercial, we can help them with that. We have a customer service that's local here. So if you're looking for any information, property profiles, liens, judgments, anything on that, we can help you with that.
Yeah. Plus,
just
if-
reach out to
Hell
us.
yeah.
Agents and lenders, we have great mobile apps that you can even go in and use yourself. If you're in a property and you want to look it up right on OR Touch, it's right there at your fingertips.
Yeah, net sheets, property profiles, literally with your fingertips.
You're also a comedian, real quick, right?
Yes, I am. I also do stand-up comedy. We so far I have something booked for May right now. because-
Nice.
Yeah, May 9th
Dude, we're gonna
over
show
at the
support.
Sterling Club. Over
Yeah.
at the Sterling Club, May 9th, plan for that.
He's funny, you guys. So funny.
Do you want me to go?
Yes, please come. Please
All right.
come.
Can I sit in the
It'll be
front
fun.
row?
Yes, absolutely. You can heckle and jekyll and whatever. We'll make
Absolutely.
it happen.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wear a tank top.
And then I'll ask you to take a tank top.
and it's going to show all my back hair.
Oh, wow.
and then
then
I'm gonna stand up like Wolverine and start clapping.
European wax, and I'll invite the girl from European Wax to rip that hair right off you.
Oh my God, that sounds like it's gonna hurt.
He's going to put his mullet
Yes.
wig. He's going to put
Yes.
his mullet wig on.
Yeah,
Yes,
right?
the mullet wig.
Dude, I got a story about this.
Fantastic.
I got a story. So I used to work as a server, right? And I don't want to go into too graphic detail, but
Where? No, just kidding.
Was it Applebee's?
Cheetahs.
yeah, no, it was actually at it was at the Aladdin before it changed
Okay.
to. So, anyways, we're all working. This guy comes in, right? He's a chef, like a guy, and I'm sitting there, and I was in college doing my thing, right? And dude, there was a lot of opportunity there. Let me just say that I do have some fond memories from there. But,
Opportunity like with business, opportunity with women.
both, but mostly women. Mostly women. But let me say
To
this.
be 20s again.
Right. It was. I don't want to go into detail. I'll get in trouble. But anyways,
FCC.
So yeah, FCC. But this guy comes in, right, and everybody knows him. He's whatever, like real nice guy. Everybody thought he was great. Dude, he comes in with like 3 inches of hair on his back and his shoulders, right, and he comes in with a tank top, and I'm sitting there like, dude, this guy looks like Teen Wolf. Like his tank top did not hit his shoulder.
He thought it was
came off.
1948.
Dude, it was
Yeah, he
crazy.
thought it was 1948.
His chest hair was
Right.
coming out like 3, and I'm like, everybody's like staring at him, and I'm not trying to be, but
Right,
dude,
by then everybody
sometimes
was
you have to have
going-
self-awareness.
Right.
Probably shouldn't have wore a tank top
Right. There's
to
some-
to a place like that where you have 50 employees working.
There's
I don't know,
somebody
man.
for everybody, so you don't know what woman might have wanted that night.
Or man.
Or a man.
It's men's
yes,
night.
I forgot it's men's night.
Yeah, you might have a guy out there that
it's
wants to-
magic men's night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Well, did anybody thought about braiding his hair? No, just kidding.
He actually was braiding his nose hair.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, like my hair isn't like that. Like if it's like I'll cut it. You know what I mean? Like I got back hair. I'm a man. Like I'm a man. You know what I mean? I got back hair, but
I didn't shave till I was 24.
So you wax.
European wax. It's called European wax. It's in Boca Park. It's probably in Henderson here somewhere too. They just
So
very
it's
simple.
weird because
I'm going
I've
to
had
ours.
my back waxed. I should have it more, right?
should.
It's not like crazy
Once a
like that,
month.
but it's long enough where I could see it.
Yes.
Right. So I go out there and I'm like,
And how does your wife feel about this?
oh, she hates it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame her.
Does she turn you down for sex? Is the
Oh
question.
yeah, she's like,
See?
get your.
I
You
would
better
go
start at
run.
the top and go all the way to the bottom. She
I would
says, you know? you better be clean as a whistle.
I would run. That's why I have 2 ex-wives already, because I wasn't. Now I learned, and now.
And if I come back and I'm not clean as a whistle, it's not even going to happen. But anyways, I have been waxed, and it is kind of intrusive, right? It is. It's like you go there and you got, especially if I've never had a guy do it. I'm a little partial
there's
to
only
women.
there.
Yeah,
It's like an S&M parlor.
No. I've had guys that are like, "Hey, we'll take you to the back." I'm like, "You ain't taking me anywhere. I'm going to go with this lady. She could be
Did
50."
you get your bikini wax?
Yeah, well, that didn't happen that day.
Okay.
But it did. It kind of
Was
worked
there-
itself down. You know,
Yes.
like you start at the top, you get to the neck, gets a little bit lower, gets down to where you need to be, and it's like, hey, you want the old Brazilian? I said, let's give it a shot.
You still have both balls.
I mean, I can't have kids anymore, but it doesn't matter at this point,
I'm
right?
so sorry.
I'm just saying. But anyways, it was just a crazy story. We're getting off topic here.
Oh my
Anyways,
God.
You felt violated.
no, you know what? It wasn't violated. I just felt like there's only 2 people that will touch my back or my areas like
Yes,
that. It's
your
my
wife?
mom and my wife, right? Or my girl.
Your mom.
Yeah, my mom. Like when she was back in the day, like if I didn't have a girl, look at who do you go to? Who do you go to if you don't have a wife? You're gonna go to your mom? Like if you had to, I
what?
would. What?
What?
Yes. What
are you talking about?
Like a back. If you want to,
No.
you wouldn't do that.
Oh God!
You
no.
wouldn't say, "Hey, mom."
Oh,
shit-
you know what? You need therapy.
Wait.
I gotta tell you
You
something.
wouldn't-
Hold on, the
you wouldn't
therapist
go to
is
your-
calling his doctor, psychologist. Please call in for Dan
How about
French.
this? Who would you go to then?
You're a mama's
I'm
boy.
curious.
Is
A-
that
A
what you're
Russian
saying?
woman. I just go to the Russian place and have her take care of
Dude,
me.
she don't even know you though.
Who cares? I don't want
That's
my
better.
That's what your mother. You need to. You really therapy.
No, I think
Therapy?
I think if you did your back, let's say if something happened like where you got hurt, right?
Right.
Who's gonna take care of you?
The
Russian
I'll
lady
get the
first.
Russian. I'll hire somebody.
Dude, you got to go to somebody that cares.
My
for
mom.
you.
I don't know, but you know what? No, it's no. No.
You don't do that.
No. And I'm an only child, and no, I'm not going to call my mother to come wipe my ass at 53 years old, and however the hell
What's
old I
wrong
am.
with that? What if you really need your ass wiped?
Oh no, God Almighty, this is horrible. I'm going to a therapist tonight.
I'm not sure.
Where would you go, Ez? Would you go to?
I'm so uncomfortable.
Would you go to your mom?
I gotta go.
I would.
See, she would go to her mom.
I would go to my
But
mom.
it's woman
girls
and
are
woman.
different.
Girls are different.
That's my mommy, man.
Yep.
So what would you
Girls are
do?
different.
Nah.
What would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah,
If I needed help with something,
yeah.
figured out how to do it myself.
But what if you couldn't? Would you hire somebody?
What if I couldn't?
Well, you got your wife. You'd go to your wife,
No, but what if your wife wasn't there?
Yeah, that's what.
You
The
hire a
conversation is, what
nurse.
if your wife wasn't
right?
your
If your
partner?
wife wasn't your partner, then what would you do?
You hire?
I figured out.
You would die. Just
Well, what if your partner didn't want to wipe your ass? You know what? I love you, but
I
this
would
is
call
getting
the
out of
nurse
hand.
then. I would
So
call the nurse.
here's what it comes
Nurse.
down to. Here's what it comes down to. You're always going to gravitate to people that you trust, though. You don't have to go to your mom. It's just whoever it is.
Right.
So I think that's what I was trying to say. Is
agree.
go to somebody that knows that you're gonna have that's gonna have your back. Right. Your girl's gonna have your
That's
back.
everything in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
I don't think there's nothing wrong with you wanting to actually have your mom, because I think that your mom is your mom, right?
Yeah, but
Like,
not to. You know what I mean?
To wax your back?
Yeah, to wax. It's weird.
Why?
I don't know. I'm very uncomfortable right now. I'm going to call my therapist in the morning because I'm so freaked out.
It's your mom. You can't.
I know, but you know what? I'm speechless anyway.
Would you let your dad wax your back? Then?
Absolutely not. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't even. My dad wouldn't even watch the Liberace movie. He made my mother watch it when he was at work.
Wow.
True story.
So if you're down to the nitty gritty, and you got your dad and your mom,
They'll call somebody to
and
wipe
you don't
my-
have a girl,
They will pay
Because
somebody.
I'll go to my girl first. But if you had your dad and your mom, and you had
Forget it.
you had
I'll
to put
just.
trust,
I'll
you
lay
would
on
just
the floor and try to figure it out myself.
you would die.
Yeah, maybe because
Wow.
I'm prideful. I don't know. I'm shy. What could I tell you?
Doug, you would die too, huh?
no, I wouldn't die.
You would survive.
Yeah,
He's a survivor.
yeah.
Doug's a past Marine, so
Yeah.
I figured out.
I have 5 sisters, so it would be my mom or one of my siblings, my nieces,
I don't know.
my mom. Like,
would you rather have a nurse help you out, or would you rather have your parents help you out? Honestly, Like if you're in a
The
position
nurse gives a hell of a sponge bath. Remember that.
where, what if it's a man though?
I'm leaving. I'm going to take 50 Valium so I don't live.
Jeff, you're giving us way too much information.
Would you rather have your mom put the catheter in or a nurse?
There you go.
I will die of sepsis.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, I thought it was a good, interesting topic today.
This is outrageous. This is the new Dan Fred show, 2023.
I thought this was realistic. No, just kidding.
This is a real
Well, we were talking about double wide, so if you're a double wide out there, I got you. And you guys have any other thing else to say over here? Essie,
Is this almost over?
you have anything else to say?
Oh,
let me see. So let's see what they have to say. I gotta read some stuff here. Dude, I love the comments. Running at altitude says, Dan, get real. Come on, man. Get a professional. You're probably right. But you know
being
what?
cheap.
This is too
I'm
good.
gonna still do Mama.
Oh, wow.
Doctor therapist tells me.
And you know, I'm gonna still get my back waxed. And I'm gonna
European wax. It's wonderful at Boca
Start at
Park.
the top. Go to the, oh, by the way, I'm really looking into doing a hair transplant. You know, I think it makes you look a lot younger, the frame of your face.
Yes.
Dude, I'm all for it. So
Do it.
I might have to do that. You know,
It's about 10 G's.
and
It's about 10 G's.
yeah, it's about 10 G's. But you know what? That 10 G's will carry me for a lifetime.
That's right.
You
That's
know,
right.
so I might do that. But
And
anyways,
your wife will be very happy.
Tim, yo, what's going on, bro? How are you? Ver Star. I know Ver's, dude. Ver does this. Dan, what's up, bro? Guys, I see you on this podcast, and I was like, yo, Ver, I want to talk to you. He's gone. He'll show up at the end. Yo, that was a great show. No, that's not what he does. Vera, thank you for the support. Running at altitude, you are always the man for being on here, and our new time at Wednesday. It's going to be at 5:30, which means 6:30 our time, like today.
We're running on
That was our
Israeli
fault.
time. Israeli
Yeah,
time.
that was our fault. But
Our
Whose fault?
We apologize. I take full blame, full responsibility. It's my fault. I will not be impeached though, please. I will plead the fifth. I'm sorry.
For all you mama's boys out there, thank you for watching, right? Doug's going to die.
Mama.
Jeff's going to die. But you know what? I'm going to survive, and I'm going to live to see another day. What about you, Ez? You going to survive and live to see another day?
I sure am.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
living to the fullest.
Hell
She just
yeah.
wants to take
It ain't
over.
over until you dead. That's all I know.
That's right.
She will be the next Hefe when that happens.
So you get bit by a snake. Who's sucking it out? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to keep going. Just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep it rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building.
You guys know what this is. We're about to end the show. You guys have anything else to say? Any final thoughts?
Hey, join us for every Wednesday. We want to start our broadcast timing. It starts at 5:30.
Is
we will
it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
See.
Is it going to be 5:30 or 5:45 or 6, depending on traffic, or getting a ticket?
5:30 is the.
We will leave the office at 4:30 from now on.
Yeah.
On Wednesdays.
So we would love for you guys to join us.
Absolutely.
Please like our show. And hey, we're growing it, and you know we want to be part of your guys' world, and hopefully you're part of ours. So we'll see you
Dude.
next week.
I love Running Altitude's comments. I want to say that real quick. Running Altitude, thank you. Mr. Jeff Michaelsman.
Oh, Michaelsman, Jeff Michaelsman, thank you. Thank you for having me here again. I really enjoy the show. I enjoy all the people who are listening to us and appreciate
Yeah.
you so much. We will make sure next week and in the future to not be late. And we do apologize wholeheartedly. And I mean it to,
No, listen,
to
man.
all you guys. No, but
It's all good. Look,
but
you guys are fire. Like when you come here, you guys are fire. You help the show.
Mm-hmm.
You guys really bring a nice element. this ain't the show without all three of you, honestly.
You're very
And-
kind.
No, it's
but
true.
you guys are terrific. You three are terrific, and you get. I'm honored to be playing off you guys and having fun with this. This was a lot of fun tonight. It really went to a different level.
That's where we're going.
I hope the FCC is okay with it.
We're
Right?
pushing that envelope.
We're
We're gonna
pushing
be
the
right
envelope.
on that door, knocking that door every Wednesday.
Knocking on somebody's door, ladies and gentlemen. But I got to tell you, this was a great. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate all you that are listening. Replay it on YouTube. Let's get it on our Facebook pages,
100%.
hopefully,
Yeah.
so everybody can see it and get the word out. Tell people 5:30 Wednesday, every Wednesday, 5:30 Pacific time, 8:30 Eastern time. You can hear us all here on the
Absolutely.
Dan French podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and thank you for letting me be here as Trump tonight. I appreciate you.
Hey man, when you get Trump and you get Jeff in the same night, dude, you scored.
That's why it's Michael Men, because I have multiple personalities. I didn't tell you that yet.
Doug or not?
Hey, yeah.
Dude, what do you feel? 2023, fire, baby.
23 is going to be a big fire. That's going to be it's on
Barn
on fire.
burner.
It's a barn burner. I think we're gonna light it up. Let's and as well, I enjoy being on the show. Enjoy being here in the company of the three of you, and it's always a pleasure, and I'm glad we were able to get it going tonight to where we can. If you have any questions about any kind of inspections, any kind of homes, and not even just inspections, but anything about a house or structures or commercial or anything like that, give me a call. I've been through a lot of it here in the Valley, and you can.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jeff. What were we going to say?
I was going to say, I just want to say Old Republic Title, our phone number, call us to open up your next escrow, 702-313-2088, Old Republic Title.
And I want you guys to, first off, I want to say thank you for watching the show. Want to say that for all you, people out there that are mama's boys, shout out, give us a like, a subscribe.
Mama, wax.
Get that
wax
pacifier.
Dan French
wax
wants
that
to
back,
wax it.
baby. Wax that back. Also, you guys out there that have any questions about this show, or you guys have anything that you guys want us to talk about on this show, any topics, any information about what's going on in the real estate world, really, I don't, it's not just real estate. Anything you want to talk about, we're here to be somebody we can bring to your light, to the light of your questions, whatever it is. We're here to answer your questions. So if you guys continue to watch the show on Wednesdays, make the comments. Yeah. We're going to answer questions. We're going to try to make you guys a part of the show. Like you're sitting here with us, right?
Yeah.
And
Let's
running at
interact
altitude
together. Let's make friends. Let's get to know each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And for everybody out there that does get a back waxed like I do, give me some referrals. Somebody out there that you think's good. They can start from the top, end at the toes, right?
There you go.
That's what you need. Start at the top, end at the toes, baby.
Taylor, her name is Taylor at European Wax at Boca Park.
Oh, wow.
That's where it's at. But anyways, we'll be back here on Saturday. Our new time on Saturday will be 12 p.m. Our new time on Wednesdays is 5:30 p.m. Thank you guys. Like the channel, subscribe, and we will see you guys at the next show. We're out of here.
All right.
Thank you for watching the French Workbench podcast. You can find us here every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. to find out all the information on real estate financing here in Las Vegas. Also, check us out on our LV Home Professional website. You can find your future home there. A lot of good information, and you can find us